There have been so many new products coming out, and Ulta sent out a 20% off coupon to Platinum members. So I purchased some stuff from Ulta. I made a couple Sephora orders, so I thought I'd go ahead and haul that stuff. I purchased 3 more of the Urban Decay Vice lipsticks. I feel like they're, even though the packaging is a little cheaper, I feel like they're a good price, and some of the colors are just like stunning. So I purchased Gubby, which is a metallic finish, or metallized, I believe, and that one's kind of hard to get open. And it's kind of got it's a nudie pink with a bit of shimmer in it. And I like this one with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I wore it with this and really blended it into that lip liner. And it was pretty, and it's also a nice layering color. Then I also purchased the shade Peyote, which is also a metallized finish. And I mixed these two, was it yesterday? I mixed these two together because I put this on by itself with a more nude lip liner, and I wish I would have used more of a pink lip liner to pull a little bit more pink out of it. But, so I mixed the two together, and it was quite pretty. And then this last one is in the shade Snitch, and this is a sheer finish. And this is the one that I have on my lips today. Like, you wouldn't, when you look at the color on the bottom and like how it, I guess, looks in the tube, it doesn't quite come off like that on your lips. It's a really pretty shiny sheer like coral color, and I really like this. I've got it on with Charlotte Tilbury's Lip Cheat in Pink Venus. Yeah, so that's a sheer finish, and that's Snitch. And then you've got Gubby and Peyote, which are metallized finishes. Then from the Nars website, I purchased their new Dual Intensity Cheek Palette. And I was kind of waiting for Sephora to get it, and they just weren't getting it. So I went ahead and I purchased it off of the Sephora website. Here is the packaging, and these are all Dual Intensity Finish products. I wore this yesterday. The highlighter is light enough for fair skin tones, but I found I really had to dig into the product and kind of build it up to get it on my cheeks. But once I got it on, it was very pretty, but it was a little bit more difficult to apply. I tend to use a stiffer goat hair brush when I use the Dual Intensity products. I use this shade to bronze, and this definitely pulls a ready bronze, which I did like. I found it interesting that the highlight shade in here was very light for fair skin, and then these 3 colors, which bronzy blush colors, are relatively dark, and I think that these colors here would look really beautiful on deeper skin tones. So let's swatch this guy. The highlighter is really pretty. I just really had to, you know, kind of dig into it to get the product. And these are just called 1, 2, 3, and 4. They don't have shade names. See, I just think some of these colors would look so beautiful on a deeper skin tone. So that is the Narcissus Dual Intensity Cheek Palette. And I think Sephora should be getting it, but I ordered this off the Nars website. I do have a fan going on in the back because these lights make it pretty hot in here, so sorry if it's like a hum noise. Anyway, Marc Jacobs came out with some new blushes. They're called the Air Blush Soft Glow Duo. These are the boxes. They stopped putting some of the products in their little like black button pouch. They just came in the box like this. Now these are really big blushes. They're 0.282 ounces of product in here, which is a nice amount, 8 grams. Packaging size wise, here's one of his older blushes, and then here's the new compact. And then the older blushes were that gelée type of a formula. And the new one, Cruiser's panting in the back. There's distractions all over up in here. But the older blushes are that gelée type of a formula, and the newer ones are more of a powder product. So this first one is 500 Lush and Libido. This is the back of it. This is absolutely beautiful. And the 2 blushes that I have purchased, the darker portion in the blush, like the darker stripe, is a matte finish, and then the lighter half is kind of a satin with a fine shimmer in it, mixed together. Beautiful on the cheeks. I'm wearing the other one on today, but let me swatch. I'm going to swatch like this one. Here, I try to do this. Let's see. I'll do the shimmer, and then the kind of that color, and then them together. So you can, if you want a little bit more of the darker, you can concentrate your brush on that half or this half, or just run it through the whole thing, which is what I did. And they're really pretty on the cheeks. So that one is 500 Lush and Libido. And then the other one is 504 Kink and Kisses. And this is more of a corally toned one. And this is what I have on my cheeks today. I'll do this one. And same thing, this is kind of like your matte. And this is like your satin shimmer. And all of them. And I want them all. So that one is 504 Kink and Kisses. And then I purchased one of the new Benefit brow products. This is the 3D brow tones. And I purchased it in the shade number 2. And this is what the packaging looks like. It's kind of supposed to give your brows like a defined, like highlighted type of a look. The little brush, I do like it combs through there pretty nice. But I don't feel like this added a ton of definition to my brows. It almost made them look a little bit too warm for what I usually like. And then also, it didn't like hold them in place. And it kind of dispersed the brow powder that I put in there beforehand, so that it made it like less prominent. And I didn't really like that because I put the brow powder there for a reason. So I kind of wish this had a little more something to it, because it just didn't do a whole lot for me. I also got the other shade of Kat Von D concealer that I ordered in the last video, which was the Kat Von D Serpentina and like new Kat Von D products. I showed the L1 neutral that I got is a little bit too light, if you can imagine that. So I went ahead and I purchased L5 neutral as well. I wish that there was one in the lighter spectrum with a cool undertone. These are what I have on underneath my eyes today, mixed, and I mean just a dot of each color, dot, and blend out. You just need a little tiny bit, and it's really pigmented. It blends really nice. I really like these concealers, so I thought I'd swatch them next to each other to show you. This is L1. It should be light enough for me to mix with any concealer that's too dark for me. And then the other one is L5, yeah. And I really like the formula of these. I almost wish that this formula should do like a color correction shades in these, because I think like a pinky color, kind of like the Urban Decay color corrector in pink, in this formula would be like epic. So there's L1 and there's L5, and I have them underneath my eyes mixed together today. I also got the Too Faced Totally Cute eyeshadow palette, and the name fits, it's totally cute. It comes with 2 sticker sheets, and the tin when you first get it is just a pink color with Too Faced embossed in there, and then you can put the little stickers in however decorative form on the cover, and this is how I did mine. And I've worn this, I want to say I've worn this like 4 times already. I really like this palette. The only one that I feel like could be like a kind of a dud shade is this one, because it's pressed really hard. So you just kind of have to push your brush in there a little bit harder to get the pigment, but on it's really pretty. Everything else that I've used is really great. This row right here is mattes. I've been putting these 2 through the crease, and this underneath the brow, and these guys on the lid. I've got this green and this color on the outer portion of my lid today, and I put moondust eyeshadows over the top of it, and then yesterday I put these 2 colors on the lid. It's just a really nice little palette. So these top 3 are the mattes, and I found that they blended really well for me. I really have been enjoying this little dude. And then this one is a shimmer in the green. So pretty. That green is so pretty. And then the last row. Get a little more of this guy. Then I did go a little ham on some of the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kits. I really enjoy the one in Gleam, which is the first one that I purchased. Even though some of the shades are a little bit too deep for like a highlight on the top of my cheekbones, I can use them in other ways, and they're just, I just think that they're really pretty glowy products, and we all love that glow. This first one is in the shade Sun Dipped. And this one, I thought that the Summer and the Moonstone shade would be light enough for me, and they're borderline. I kind of have to warm my face up a little bit more when I want to use those, but the texture of these and the way they look on the skin are really, really pretty. They'll be nice for topping over blush and bronzer as well. And you get a ton of product. There's 0.26 ounces a piece in here, and these are removable. So if I was thinking of like trying to see how many I could fit in like an extra large Z palette so I could have all of the glow powders in one. But the texture of this is just so nice. So this one is Sun Dipped. Oh, oh. So pretty. I purchased the Sun Dipped one off of Ulta with the 20% off coupon, and then I purchased these next two off the Anastasia website because I think they're exclusive to the website, at least as of now. So this is the one in Sweets. It's called the Glow Kit in Sweets. Again, 0.26 ounces of product a piece in here. I just swatched this for the first time today because I wore the other one that I'm going to show you. But again, the texture of these is so pretty. This one right here, or both of these bottom two, I can kind of visually see some glitters, but even though there's like glitters in there, like when I swatch it, you can't, it's still really smooth, but they are in there, so that is something to make note of. So this is the one in Sweets. Again, I think I'll have a total ball using some of these as blush toppers. This one here pulls, the marshmallow shade pulls pretty yellow, but they're still they're so pretty. And then the last one is the Moonchild Glow Kit. Now these ones are 0.15 ounces a piece, but there's 6 of them, and there's still a pretty nice amount of product in here. I love this. I really, really love this. I feel like this was made for me. Lucky Clover is the one that I have on the top of my cheekbones today. I don't know how well you can tell on camera, but this one has got a reflective green shift to it. And I feel like this is what I wanted that Jeffree Star Mint highlighter to be. I feel like this is how you do a green highlighter, is right here. But they're really, really beautiful shades. Again, some of these might be a little bit too dark, so I'll play with them, either mixing them with like a flat white like Becca Pearl or something to get an even lighter purple, or use them in conjunction with blushes. But these are so beautiful. Each one, this one, Blue Ice has got a blue shift, Pink Heart's got a pink shift, Lucky Clover's got a green shift to it. So I'll do 3 at a time. They're so pretty. And it's so unique. You know, I know it's not going to be for everybody, but it's just a really unique palette, and I love it. And then these bottom 3. Do you see the green shift in there? See, I just think that's beautiful. And totally aware. I think it's a totally wearable green highlighter. It's awesome. Next up, I've got the Urban Decay Moondust palette, and I purchased this off of Sephora online, but I was in Ulta, not yesterday, but the day before, and I did see that they had these out on the floor at Ulta. So this is the Moondust palette, and there is 8 eyeshadows in here, and they're each 0.02 ounces a piece. And a full-size Moondust eyeshadow from Urban Decay is 0.05 ounces a piece, so each one of these is less than half of a full-size Moondust eyeshadow. And they did come out with, I want to say, like 8 new single shades in addition to this palette. Now these have got glitter in them, and I know that these aren't going to be for everybody. These can very easily turn into a glitter bomb on your face if you don't carefully execute the application of them. When I use these, I tend to use them as the last thing that I put on my eyes, so that all the eyeshadow I'm done blending and buffing with it, so that I can go in with these and just kind of press them on. Today I put Light Year on the top of the green from the Too Faced palette, and I put a little bit of Galaxy on the outer portion. They're absolutely beautiful. I put some water in my hand, and I kind of just went like this, got it on my finger and tapped it on my lid, then took a different finger, went in with the shade and tapped that on top. You can also use stuff like Fix Plus, or if you really want to get you know, into it, use something like the glitter glue adhesives and stuff like that. But I've used quite a bit of these shades, and that's how I've used it, was just with water so far. Otherwise, I would use like the NYX eyeshadow base or a real tacky base, and when you use, you can pack this on a sticky base and it really shows up pretty. But you do have to be careful how you put them on, because they can end up all over your face. So that's just something to be aware of. So let me swatch these. They're, I mean, they're beautiful. But if you don't like glitter, and you don't like the risk of having glitter all over your face, you might want to pass. This one right here is similar to one in the permanent range, except for this one has got blue glitters in it, as opposed to, I think the other one has got silver. It's beautiful. And then these bottom 4. Ooh, they're so pretty. Lastly, I purchased the other Neo bronzer from Kevyn Aucoin. This is in the one Sienna Warm Coral. I liked Capri so much, or I love Capri so much, that I went ahead and I purchased this one. I was a little iffy, thinking it might pull a little orange on me, but the bronzer still has this red tint to it, and the blush portion of it, it's almost like it's a really pale peachy color. And again, I just mixed these two together for a blush on myself, because the highlighter is just a little bit too deep, and then concentrate my brush on this portion for the bronzer. I just really like these products. You can see, like, you can see the blush is, I don't know, it's like a more pale type of corally color. But I've really been enjoying both the Sienna and the Capri in this. So that's all for my haul today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.